Alright guys, what is going on? StormThief here again, and today we are starting into the Consumed by Light event with Sartorius. We'll go over a little bit here of the deck profile we're using to farm him. Typically, if done right, this one can yield about 8,000 points. So really good for progressing through the event and getting as many, if not all, of the rewards as possible. So the basis that you're going to be doing for this is you're going to be using Montage Dragon to discard all of your Yubel, and then of course throwing Gravekeeper's Vassal out with the Union attack and the Secret Pass to the treasures. We're using Fire King Avatar Yaksha with the Fire King Island. Just kind of burn through the deck, get rid of all of that, as much of the cards in the deck as possible to get to what we need as fast as we can, and try and hold his cards off until we get to that point. I don't have exactly everything I was looking for this deck and as many copies as I needed. So what we're doing is we're throwing 2 Shards of Greed and a Gold Sarcophagus in, just to make sure we can get to Montage Dragon when we need it, when we're ready for it, and so that we get everything we need is just for some defense, just to have some Fire Kings on the field in the event that he attacks. So let's go over a little bit of what he's using here and some of his rewards for his level 40 drop here. So we got the Arcana Force EX Light Ruler, essentially like a god card. It's got to have 3 monsters on the field that you tribute to special summon it. And then of course when it's special summoned, you toss a coin, and based on your result, all the Arcana Force cards are this way. But based on your result is what its effect's going to be. So for heads, when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can target 1 card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. The tails is a really cool effect. I really like this one. It's really good for defense, keeping your field from being annihilated. If it's on tails during either player's turn, when a spell or trap or monster effect is activated that targets this card, it loses exactly 1,000 attack, and if you do, it negates the activation and destroys it. Then we got Arcana Force 1, the Magician. When it's summoned, toss a coin for heads. When a spell card is activated, its attack becomes double the attack till the end of that turn. Or if it's tails, when a spell card is activated, your opponent gains 500 life points. Then we got Arcana Force 18, the Moon. When you get a heads during your standby phase, you can special summon a Moon token, light level 1 attack and defense 0. Or tails, during each end phase, you select a monster you control and give it to your component. Arcana Force 3, Empress, heads. Each time your opponent normal summons or sets a monster, you can special summon an Arcana Force monster from your hand. Or tails, each time your opponent normal summons or sets a monster, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Arcana Force 14, Temperance. It's during damage calculation. Either player's turn, you can discard this card to take no damage from that battle. When it's summoned, toss a coin. Heads, half all battle damage you take. Tails, half all battle damage your opponent takes. And then, of course, just a bunch of the junk cards. You got Arcana Force, the Lover. Heads, it can be treated as 2 tributes for an Arcana Force monster. Or tails, you cannot tribute summon an Arcana Force monster at all. And then you've got all your, your little junk, normal, and rare whatnots down there. But alright, let's go ahead and see how this deck rolls and if it's going to play out like we want it to. Go ahead and throw in one of these crystals here for a result booster, and why not get an extra card and hope for that Pot of Greed.
It's my turn.
Did not get the Pot of Greed that we were looking for. Mirror Force will work. Go ahead and pull Montage Dragon with the Gold Sarcophagus. That was not bad for the first hand. And then we will, let's see, we will do, why not throw it in attack position?
My turn. I draw from my hand.
Throw Valhalla, probably a Chariot. It's got its heads effect.
I end my turn.
which the Chariot's Head's effect for you to be able to read. We got, if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon that monster to your side of the field. We don't necessarily have to worry about that at the moment, because we just destroyed it.
I know what destiny I draw. I'm setting a monster. I end my turn.
I draw.
So right now we've got everything in our hand we need to throw Montage on the field. All we're waiting for is our Gravekeeper's Vassal and a Union attack.
I draw. I summon Arcana. My control over fate is absolute. I end my turn.
Sweet.
I draw.
Here's our Union attack. Let's see. We are going to throw him in defense position so that maybe it entices him to attack us to get rid of it. Because I'm going to have that spot open for my Gravekeeper's Vassal once he comes.
I call Arcana Force's effect depends on come forth. The Emperor's effect activates. What? The Empress.
Alright, we're going to go ahead, instead of using that Mirror Force, we'll keep it upside down. So we'll use the effect of him to pull. Let's see, we will destroy. Just go ahead and get his garbage off my field, and then throw that Mirror Force out like so. Boom. And Shard of Greed's not what we were looking for. So, because we don't have anything in our hand right now for defensive purposes, we're just kind of going to have to hope that he does not one-shot us right here. Which kind of scares me a little bit, because that's usually what happens for me. Okay, alright, we're safe. We are safe for that turn. So I'll go ahead and trash one of the Lvl.
I know what destiny is.
Come on, Gravekeeper. Come on, Gravekeeper.
The Emperor's effect activates. I activate the trap card. Reversal. I end my turn.
I'm so screwed if I don't pull one this turn. And Fire King Island. Okay, come on, Gravekeeper. Come on, Gravekeeper. Did not get the Gravekeeper, but we will throw a Fire King out. Let's see. And then we can destroy a monster. Destroy a monster. Crap. Okay, we're going to set him. Activate Shard of Greed. In the event we get screwed again. Let's see. There, I can destroy monster, control my grave, and then add a Fire King. My deck in my hand. We're gonna go ahead and wait. I'm gonna wait. Hope the best. Alright. We are not going to activate his effects. We do not want to destroy anything for this turn. Fire King Yakashasha. Alright, so we will yet again set. Let's see. Yeah, we'll set him. I'm going to go ahead and hope for the best here and throw Montage Dragon on the field just to kind of scare him a little bit. And hope he doesn't have anything that can royally screw me over there. We could go ahead and attack and end the duel, but we want to have that Gravekeeper's Vassal with the Union attack to get the max amount of points we can for the rewards. There's another Union attack. Come on, Shard of Greed. Let me get that Gravekeeper. Did not get the Gravekeeper. No Gravekeeper. Okay. Well, we've only got 3 cards left in our deck, so he is one of these 3. You can add a second Gravekeeper if you'd like. Just to make it a little easier to get to him and, you know, when you need it. Like, I've been needing it for the past 18 turns. There he is. Okay, so we're going to normal summon him. You can also roll, if you'd like, I probably should have thrown it in here and forgot about it, but anti-magic arrows. Anti-magic arrows will make sure that whatever that face-down card is right there cannot be activated. But we will hope for the best here. This is the first time that I've gone up against him with this deck. Earlier I was going against him with the wind-up deck in my previous video, and that wind-up deck actually works really good. It keeps a great defense against him. He can't really get through it, and it resulted in about 4,500 to 5,000 points each time I'd go up against him with that. So it's not terrible, but we're shooting for the 8,000 and above points. So let's see what we get right here. Boom, there he is. Done. With 24,100 points of effect damage. Load anytime now. This is what happens when you use your Works Wi-Fi. There we go. Alright, so what we get? We got 8,500 with the results booster, so 75 without using the results booster. So that's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. And with the double points, we get, yeah, almost 500,000 points. So, I mean, with one duel, we just unlocked him as the playable character. So we'll go back and go back over the deck one more time as soon as all the cutscenes are over here, just so you can get a good little view of that. But yeah, that's about it. It's about all. It's roughly the same as the farm deck for the last event against Lvl. What we would do is use the same profile, but instead of Fire King, all you would have to do is have something with 1400 defense, because all she has for attack position stuff is the Mystic Tomatoes. So it's about the same deck profile if you were using the Lvl farm deck from the last event. It's just we're exchanging those for the Fire King so we can burn through the deck a little bit quicker. Sweet little cutscene there for you. There's his ace monster in the cutscene for it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alrighty. So here is the deck profile we are using one more time. Some people for this use My Name is Lvl, so that you can discard and then get another Lvl card from your deck to your hand to thin out the deck a little bit more. I rarely ever play with Lvl, so I don't have her leveled up high enough to use that. But what I'm using is just Painful Evolution. In the event that I need to get a Lvl on the field and can get a Lvl out, I can do that to throw Terra Incarnate on the field to keep my defense up. But here's what I'm running here. So we got 2 Ultimate Nightmares, 2 Terra Incarnates, 3 Lvl. The 1 Montage Dragon, which you've got to level Officer Trudge up to level 30 to be able to get that. We got 3 of the Fire King Yakshas, 1 Gravekeeper's Vassal, the 1 Gold Sarcophagus, 2 Union Attacks, 2 Shards of Greed, which those are kind of optional. You could throw one of those out, have a, you could use the Jars of Greed trap cards if you'd like. 2 Fire King Islands, and then the 1 Secret Pass to the Treasure. And then, like I said, with the Painful Evolution, you can use this deck really with anybody you'd like to. I just like doing it with Lvl for the Painful Evolution effect in the event that I'd like to use it. But tell me what you guys think of the video in the comment section below. Recommendations for any other video, ideas that you guys would like to see me do. And that's all for today, guys. So I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you next time.